Jamie Chadwick's got an open run at Lando Norris. We've got Jack Mitchell, championship leader in blue and white on row 2. Green flag from the back of the field. Let's get ready for the start of round 10 of the championship. Wait for the lights to go on. As you can see, reparations to Kellett's car, but it looks like a cracking start right the way down the order. Clervaud's always going to be a nervous moment for all the mums and dads watching and the teams as well, and it's very crowded, but it's a great start by Lando. The yellow car of Jamie Chadwick's coming up. Jack Mitchell in third. Dan Zelos is fourth. Hold on to your hats, somebody clips the curb. The 28 car goes around. That's Tom Parker returning to the championship after a round off. Not the way that the Team Dynamite car would want to start things off with. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on. Other than that, pretty good clean start.
Yeah, pretty good clean start. Looked like he hit the curb on the inside and that unsettled the car, which sent him round, unfortunately. But let's see what all the drivers can do into this complex.
Jamie Caroline looks up the inside of Dan Zelos and goes past. So Caroline already on the offensive, had an exclusion from the second race at Alton Park that we saw, which he was a little bit disappointed with, to say the least, but he's doing what a young driver should do, getting back in the car, getting his head down and chasing another win. But it's Lando Norris out front at the moment from Lady Racer. Jamie Chadwick in second position, then Jack Mitchell in third. Remember, championship leader, he's got a very good healthy lead. There's Jack Rawls in 46, chasing Alex Sedgwick, last year's scholarship winner, who gets the funded drive for this year. And he was mega yesterday as well in terms of making up positions, was Alex Sedgwick. All neat and tidy, but Lando's still out front at the moment. And I wonder if James Kellett did get out. You can see a slightly wider line here from Jack Mitchell, who'll be hoping to carry a little bit more momentum. Maybe Mitchell shaping up for a pass at Clervaud. Yeah,
there's a few drivers shaping up for passes here. It's one of the main overtaking points on the track, so these drivers in the first couple of laps will try and catch the others, maybe sleeping a little bit into there, trying to get the good exit, and then they get overtaken on the entry.
So Lando Norris into Clervaud, side by side here, the two teammates, car number 8 Ben Pearson and Johnny Hadfield in 42, running in the R&J Racing team, and then car number 43 behind them, Pedro Cardozo, the young Brazilian driver who was getting well and truly stuck in yesterday's race, and he's running well. Up ahead of him, as I say, Johnny Hadfield, Ben Pearson, the youngster from Devon, working hard. But look at Jack Mitchell in 19, starting to try and look at the inside line there of Jamie Chadwick, but the ladies hanging on to second place at the moment. Jamie Caroline next up, then it's Ryan Hadfield in 44, Dan Zelos in 6th place, Senna Proctor again running well, strongly, another first-year driver, and Senna in 7th position at the moment, ahead of Jack Rawls.
Yeah, exciting first couple of laps here. Jamie Chadwick, from 4th to 2nd, although James didn't start. Jamie's doing a very good job putting Norris under a lot of pressure in these first couple of laps.
Zelos goes through, then Senna Proctor, Jack Rawls, followed by Alex Sedgwick. Ginetta running another scholarship for next year. So, if you're watching this, we know a lot of young drivers do watch these races live with us here on ITV4, and then nag the mums and dads about going in and doing. Did you do the scholarship, Seth?
No, I didn't do the scholarship. I just went straight into it doing some testing instead. There's various different ways you can go about it. Scholarship is now one of the main things, but it wasn't as big a thing as when I was racing as it is now.
It's a great way to come in. Normally it's in a half-term holiday when you can come and do it. And Ginetta do lots of things to attract the young drivers into the formula. But Lando Norris has built up a 0.6 of a second lead. Fastest lap of the race, the first flying lap, was Ryan Hadfield in yellow. The second yellow, there's Ryan, the HGV direct car. Dan Zelos goes through, chased by Senna Proctor in the orange 66. So through they come. And there is Johnny Hadfield, still Ryan Hadfield, as the rest of the field have gone through with that fastest lap. The benchmark 1:40.783. Pole position time yesterday for Lando Norris was 1:40.626. But there's the fastest guy on circuit, young Ryan Hadfield, trying to close down at the moment on Jamie Caroline in front of him. You can see Caroline's still got the rookie cross on the front of the car, and he has virtually now caught Jack Mitchell. Oh, and hits the... Now, how much damage is that going to do, hitting that hoarding? Depends how stiff it was, I suppose.
Yeah, we saw this in the G55 race earlier, a couple of guys pushing it a bit too close to the boundary.
Look at that manoeuvre by Jack Mitchell. Sorry to cut across there, but that was a great move Nice drift down the inside from Jack Mitchell, the championship leader, to take second.
Yeah, brilliant calculated move. I saw his nose going in as I was talking. I thought surely he's not going to do that, but all credit to him for going in for that far back, you know, in a fast right corner.
Jamie Caroline now finds himself chasing Jamie Chadwick with Ryan Hadfield right behind as well. So all of these drivers very capable of winning. Of course, we've seen Jamie Caroline take a win, clatters into the side of... Now, was that a little bit optimistic from Caroline?
Yeah, way too optimistic from Caroline there. You know, Jamie had already made her apex, pretty much. You know, it's a wide line around that corner, and some people can kind of get caught out that you've not made your apex when you actually can. And there's more challenges here on Jamie now.
Ryan Hadfield looking to the outside, the right of shot, the brighter of the two yellow cars, and Chadwick's over the curb. Keep it going, Jamie. Oh no, right across the traffic. Let's hope this doesn't end in tears. She gets it around. That could have been a lot worse, but as it is, it's bad enough for Jamie Chadwick in the Fly 755.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hadfield and Chadwick, you know, just Chadwick touched the curb, and as we saw on the first lap, it can really unsettle the car, and unfortunately from then, she was just a passenger.
That's Billy Munger in 23 in the Paragon Bayliss and Harding car taking a spin. He's back on circuit, first-year driver. He's
got a puncture there. So that's look what happened here. Yeah, Jamie just slanted the curb too hard in an effort to give Hadfield some room. All credit due to her. And unfortunately, the curb is so high up on the top there that it can unsettle the rear of the car. It then bounces in a big motion up and down, as you'll see in a minute. And as she's unfortunately touched the curb now, it bounces, and you know, she's just a passenger once you're on that gravel. And then when the gravel joins the tarmac, the tyres grip up, obviously to get the grip of the tarmac, and it can just spin the car straight round. Drivers coming through read that well, didn't they? It could have been a lot worse, could have been a major shunt, but thankfully everybody escaping relatively unscathed. Now Jamie Caroline's back down behind Dan Zelos, and challenging him now is Senna Proctor in 66. Both second generation drivers. In fact, Senna Proctor, third generation driver. He's granddad to Tony. He's here this weekend, taking a bit of time off from autocross racing. Stan Mark, of course, touring car drivers will know, is not racing anything at the moment, but supporting his son, but not getting too involved. He stands back and he's enjoying just standing back. A bit of contact there again as we go through the hairpin. Here. So again, it could have been nasty, and Ryan Hadfield now finds himself out of it. The CCP car gets back on track. Dan Zelos really going well. Took a win at Thruxton, Zelos, and at the moment he's second rookie. Lando Norris, haven't mentioned too much about him. He's at the front. Ryan Hadfield's still got the fastest lap. The man we saw just take the spin. And here's Lewis Brown in 39, had some damage at all parties. It looks like he's running well at the moment. 13th place, chasing Will Tailforth, who I know was disappointed with his qualies. Team having done a bit of testing here. Jamie Caroline still in fourth position, and now it's Johnny Hadfield who's going to assume the mantle of team leader. There is Johnny in 42, chased by Alex Sedgwick. Jack Rawls has got some damage on the back. Yeah, it looks like his bodywork is rubbing against his rear left tyre, which is so dangerous because as it eats into it more and more, the tyre can just explode. So let's hope that obviously doesn't happen to him. And you may well see it in pit, where he may chance his luck and try and stay out. He's running well at the moment, and Jamie Caroline still chasing after a third position. And off, that's one of the two hill speed cars. It's not Pedro, is it? Trying to look at the roof to try and identify. I think it was a HHC car there. Obviously too far in the field. In the barley to try and work out. Battle for the lead on, though. Now, this is sort of a repeat of what we had yesterday, but without James Kellett, who won the race yesterday. So poor old James Kellett, well and truly out of it. But Lando Norris, technically, you could say, has got more pressure now because he's just got the championship leader behind him. He hasn't got two other cars to worry about. He's got one, but it's the championship leader. And, of course, the second place car hasn't got any pressure behind him at the moment. Yeah, you know, Mitchell's got the championship lead. He's got all that momentum. Oh, we see a dummy being sold here. Very good mover so far. Yeah, clouted the curb, but managed to straighten the car up and get away with it. But, yeah, I've just been watching Mitchell's times here. He's been going from 1.5 behind, and now he's only 0.5, so he's eating a second out of Norris there. So that the fight for the lead is definitely on. OK, race over, and here we go back with Jamie Caroline again getting stuck in. Senna Proctor in 66, he's looking up, but at the inside goes Ryan Hadfield,
Johnny Hadfield, beg your pardon, in very spectacular fashion, but at the moment it's Senna Proctor in the first of the two orange cars. Johnny Hadfield round the outside goes Jamie Caroline, 38 off onto the dirt. Alex Sedgwick's coming up as well, the scholarship winner, looking up the inside. And is Caroline going to lose that place as well? You can see Ben Pearson coming up to join the party as well in car number 8. Ben's made great progress in this one. Caroline all over the back at the moment of Proctor. These two were very heavily involved yesterday, so renewing battle here. Proctor outbreaks himself going into that's a major shame. He's a big lad. They have to make that car as light as possible. He's 6'3", believe it or not, Proctor. Yeah, well, unfortunately his weight's not helped him there due to his height, and he just locked his front left there and he's gone straight on. But luckily he had the sense. Here's a fight for the lead. Okay, up towards the hairpin, and Lando Norris still there at the moment, but Jack Mitchell choosing all the different lines. Where can he pick up the extra momentum and challenge the European karting champion? We'll see about that. So they go through. Dan Zelos still in third place, and this is the scrap for fourth position with Jamie Caroline out front at the moment. Then it's Johnny Hadfield, followed by Alex Sedgwick. Senna Proctor still in the mix as well. The race leaders are down through Clervaux. There's the green-fronted car of Zelos into the closing stages of this one, the penultimate lap. Jamie Caroline still here. This has been an absolutely thrilling race, hasn't it? Superb stuff, as ever, from the juniors. Oh, big sideways wait for Caroline, who catches it in front of Hadfield, and Hadfield still can't go past. Alex Sedgwick right behind. Senna Proctor wants to get involved in as well in the second of the orange cars. Following them, it's Ben Pearson. Jack Rawls wants to get involved as well in black. Down behind them, it's Ryan Hadfield in 10th position. But now, coming up is Ben Pearson. Yeah, they're all bunching up. This is typical Ginetta trainers we were talking about before the race. And they're defending, attacking, all sorts is going on. And they just bunches all the guys up. Johnny Hadfield looks down the inside. Caroline runs a bit well. Is Johnny going to get the run? Ben Pearson's coming through. That's Hadfield's teammate in white. Hadfield in the first of the orange cars. Senna Proctor in the mix as well. Side by side. Really getting stuck in. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. They definitely are. And Johnny Hadfield's in front now of Jamie Caroline. Up the inside comes Ben Pearson past Alex Sedgwick. Senna Proctor comes past Sedgwick as well. Jack Rawls joins the queue and goes past as well. Caroline goes wide. Johnny Hadfield now surely has got that position done. Unbelievable racing from these guys. I'm glad you know what's going on, because it's too fast for my eyes. Ben Pearson's having a go now at Jamie Caroline. So Caroline is still there. Pearson all over the back of him. He's been an impressive young racer, Pearson, running on a shoestring, and he's putting the big pressure on Caroline. He goes defensive into the, well, defensive and attacking into the hairpin, clatters into Hadfield, and goes off, and Hadfield's teammate Ben Pearson goes through on the inside and snatches the place. Pearson's up to fourth. Great drive from 11th on the grid for Ben Pearson. This is superb stuff for him. Caroline's going to fight back. His bonnet's fighting up. Now, how much vision is that going to impair? Yeah, absolutely all of it. I remember having my bonnet like that back in 2010. You can't see a thing when you're braking. They just sit very low down, these cars. But I think Hadfield will have something to say after the race about Caroline's move there. Very optimistic, to say the least. So well on to the last lap. It's still Lando Norris leading by 0.4 of a second on the last lap. Let's take nothing away from Lando. We've had a superb scrap between these two, and some of the cars might be scrapped by the end of the race as well if it carries on. Ben Pearson's gone through, he's in fourth. We're looking at the scrap for fifth place. Round the outside goes Senna Proctor, goes back on the inside, Proctor's through. Caroline's still defending. Ryan Hadfield has got past his brother. Great recovery by the yellow Hadfield. The orange Hadfield Johnny is chasing. Jamie Chadwick's coming back into the mix as well. What a great recovery from Jamie, the second of the yellow cars. Yeah, brilliant recovery, and that fight's allowed her to radio. Here's a lead fight for the lead now. Jack Mitchell, the championship leader in blue and white, putting the pressure on Lando Norris as they come down in towards into the complex for the last time. Lando's driven well. He hasn't had a win yet. This potentially could be his first win. Conservative line, defensive line, into the hairpin. Lando Norris exits the hairpin, followed by Jack Mitchell, who will still lead the championship, but a bit of Ginetta history in the making, as Lando Norris takes the checkered flag here at Croft. Norris wins, championship leader, Mitchell second. Dan Zelos was closing up in third. Ben Pearson's going to take fourth. A great drive by the Devonian racer to come home in fourth place. Look at this bunch of Ginettas that we've got, with Jamie Caroline still at their head. Down across the line they go. Ben Pearson's taken fourth position. Who's going to get fifth? Senna Proctor in fifth place. Ryan Hadfield sixth from Johnny Hadfield. Jamie Caroline, Jack Rawls, Alex Sedgwick, Pedro Cardozo, Matt Chapman, Jamie Chadwick in 13th. Lewis Brown 14th. Harry Mailer in 15th position. What a cracking race that was. Seb, do you remember it being that frantic? It probably was at times for you. It probably was for us watching you.
Yeah, in 2010 when we had these exact tyres on, it was really good racing because it closes everyone up and it allows you to use all the track and have this great racing. And unbelievable to watch these guys as young as 14 years old driving cars in that manner. And hats off to them, they all did a very good job.
14-year-old Lando Norris comes from Glastonbury. He's having his own festival this weekend, just like the revellers down there in Somerset. The European karting champion takes his first win. Double pole position for him this weekend. It was James Kellett who beat him and Jack Mitchell to the flag yesterday, and again the crowd here really appreciated that very gritty racing. Who'd want to be the clerk of the course for the Jigs? Not me. Yeah,
not me. I'd have to watch a couple of replays to find out what was going on there. But I wonder whether Lando was the youngest race winner now. Ginetta's being only 14.
Yeah, we're going to have to sort out what's happening here. Jack Rawls, Jamie Caroline getting stuck in. Alex Sedgwick in the Golden Scholarship machine round the outside. There's Pedro Cardozo having a look at the inside, the Hill Speed machine, your old team, goes through. Matt Chapman in the orange 17 whizzes through as well. You know, the crowd loved it. So did we.
Yeah, exactly. The Ginetta Juniors provide, I think, the best, if not, second to the BTCC.
And look at this car. It's Bristol.